Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel ABAP Seniors. In our previous video, we have seen how to implement the AMDP and its functionality and all, but we have not seen the output of our AMDP while consuming in our report program. So let us see the output of our AMDP in today's video. So I have clicked on this run as. So it has opened the GUI screen. Count I am giving it as 3 and click on execute. So it has returned the 3 entries which are the highest orders based on the amount field, and it has retrieved the data of the fields whatever we have mentioned. So this is the output of our previous video, which is AMDP procedures. Now in today's video, let us create the table function. For that we have to create the CDS view only. Just click on your data definition. See table underscore function I'm giving, and description give whatever is appropriate. And here, okay, you have to select the template, whatever is required for your table function. That is table function creation. This is the template which is available, and click on finish. After selecting the template, now the template is added. So it is giving an error. Okay, parameter does not exist or active. So first just let me comment it down, and it is giving error that it is not the active or it doesn't exist. Let me give one field here which is Magner. Now here I am not getting any error, but here if you observe, class name and method name we have to provide. We can give the previous class whatever we have used, like a Z class AMDP, or we can give some other different class also. Even though if your class is not present, it will activate your table function, but after you have to create the class so that you can implement your method in that particular class. For now, I'm going with the previous class only, Z class underscore AMDP, and method name I'm giving it as get details. And if you observe the template of your table function, we don't have anything like changing parameters and exporting parameters. This is the template. Whatever you have mentioned in the returns, it will be the returning value. That means we will be having the returning parameter for your table function, but in case of our database procedures, it is not applicable. I'm just activating it. Now just go here, and this is the class whatever we have created in our previous video. I want some other values also here, but let me declare it later. I will do one by one. First, I will add the method here. Try to add method like this: get details, importing value of I underscore NO, type I, and exporting I'm giving one exporting parameter I want. I will just give the same one only. Type dt underscore ord. Even though I have given the value, like even we are passing the values instead of reference, we are getting error here. Implementation missing for method. Okay, implementation is missing. I will implement this method. Add implementation. Okay, now my method is implemented. Now I have to give here by database procedure for making it as an AMDP. Here I have to give the database function since it is a table function. For HANA database language SQL script options read only using I will give the MATLAB table, and since it won't allow you null implementation, we have to write some code here. Before that, here I am getting some error. Get details contains a database function, which means that etord data cannot be defined as exporting parameter as a changing parameter. The method get details, we have defined it as database function. So for the database functions, exporting and changing parameters are not allowed. So it is giving an error. So let me remove this one and just give full stop. Now let us see what is the error. Contains a database function, but there is no returning parameter defined. Okay, so it is a database function and there is no returning parameter defined for this one. So this is the error we are getting. Even if you just define returning, I'm just defining that returning. Let us see what is the error it is coming. A returning parameter must be fully typed. If we are trying to solve the errors continuously, we are getting one by one error. The reason is you cannot define any importing or returning parameter here. If you try to solve one by one error also, finally it will give you the error only. Since it is a table function, you have to define it like this is the table function. These parameters are the importing parameters for your table function, and this returns these are the returning parameters, returning fields. We don't have any exporting and changing parameters in your table function. And how you have to define your importing or returning means we have the template ready in our table function, just we have to use the template for that. For table function, and you have to give your table function name. This is my table function name. And here if you observe, this is an instance method, and after giving that table function reference also I am getting one error. What is the error? The method getDetails implements the CDS scalar or table function. GetDetails must be static method. I have defined this method as an instance method because to see the error and to make you understand. You cannot declare a method as an instance method in case of your table function. This is one of the difference you have to observe. If I just make it as class methods, it will be a static method and you can just get rid of our error. Now it is giving the error here because it is null implementation. It cannot be empty. Before that, I want to show you by commenting out this one options read only whether it gives any error or not. Okay, let me try it later maybe. Before that, I will just define some of the parameters in the MATDOC table. What about the fields I want? I'm just opening the MATDOC table. Okay, we have so many includes here. Okay, these are keys only, so we don't need this one. Non-key. For navigating, just click on Control and enter. Control plus click, not enter. It will navigate you. Okay, we have so many includes, so instead of that, I will just go to GUI and open the MATDOC table. Okay, I have so many includes, that's why it is opening a lot of things. Okay, we have the plan and definitely we will be having the bookers also, I believe. Okay, bookers also we have. So let me go to this table function. Let me replace this material with the plant and okay, the data type should be wrong. That is x underscore d. And I want some other field which is bookers also. And I will define these bookers in my parameters also. P underscore bookers, which is bookers. And I want some other field which is sh. Something will be there. KZZ something. Yes, SHKZZ debit or credit indicator, that is. And I want some other field which is characteristics one. Is this one. And I believe the data type is also same. Yes. I have defined some of the fields which should be returning in our table function. And I have activated my table function. We don't have any errors. I will try to comment this one client element name. Let us see if there is any error or not. We are getting one error here. Is Z table function is marked as client specific type field works at position 1 car not client. So if you are trying to comment the client field in your return list, it is giving the error that this table function is marked as client specific or client dependent. Even when you are implementing this method, there it will return all the values, but when coming to the table function, it will return only the values particular to the client by using this field. So this is the way the table function will be differing from the AMDP. And we can use client independent annotation, and we can pass the client as an parameter also. Those things we can see in our upcoming videos. So I have defined some of the fields here. Now I will write the select query here. We know how to write the select query works, and I have defined bookers, and I have defined shkzz, and I have defined one field which is this one from maddoc. And you can just do return like this, or else not equal to, sorry, return. Just do like we are getting one error. Expected result. Okay, we have the client field also there. That's why it is giving the error. So let us go here, and we can change it to MANDT. And let us activate this one. And here let us use the MANDT also, because the number of rows is not number of fields here, and the number of fields in your table function are not matching. That's why you got the error. And if you want to pass any condition, you can keep it as where bookers equal to p underscore bookers. This colon you have to give, and semicolon. That means you are passing your bookers value in the method implementation. Now my table function is ready. This is just a simple query. I will just do a tweak around it so that we are using the table function in an efficient way. But before that, I will just comment this options read only. Let us see if we are getting any error. Okay, we are not getting any error as of now. We can just comment this options read only, but it is not advisable when you are dealing with the table functions. So that is why I just wanted to show you, but it is not returning any error, but it is like recommended to use this options read only in terms of your table function. Now what I will do is I will just do some tweak around it. Case when sh kz z equal to yes, then sub str underscore after comma else I will just give this one and as still I am getting an error because the incorrect syntax. Okay, return type mismatch. Okay, so this one should come first and put comma here and removing this space. Yes, now perfect. I'm activating it also. Now, what is the meaning of the thing I have written here is when SHKZZ, which is debit or credit indicator, is yes, I wanted to get the value of these characteristics 3 after the underscore only. This field value will be having some underscore in between. After that underscore only, I have to get the value. If it is not is, I will get the whole value. These things, this function is available only particular to your table function because it is an database, like we are writing the code on your database. If you try to do it in your CDS views, first you have to find the position of your underscore. Then you have to get the value after underscore using the substring function. First you have to go with instr function, which means you will be getting the position value of your field. Like for example, we have the underscore available at sixth position. Using instr function, you will be getting the value as 6. After that, from seventh position, you have to get the value until what? Till the end. So for that, again you have to get the total length of the field minus and whatever the position we have find out. So this is like 2 to 3 type of operations we have to do, and it is somewhat lengthy and you cannot achieve it in a single CDS view. But here we can just do in a single line of code. This is the beauty of our table function and AMDP procedures. This is the way how you have to use your table functions. Now let me run this table function. Okay, it is asking for bookers. I am not sure what is the bookers value. I think it won't return anything. Okay, let me go to mat table and get some bookers value. Okay, only we have 2 records. Where is the bookers? Okay, if you just click on it, it will get you the value 6570 we have. And let us see for this SHKZC also. We have S value, okay. Let me copy the Booker's value from here, 6570. Let me run this table function and enter the Booker's value. We know that this has some value, 2 records. Okay, it is not fetching anything because we don't have anything like after underscore. That's why it is not returning. Let us change it to some other value. Then we can see that content of that particular field. I will be changing into H. Now let me run this table function again, or you can just do refresh. 6570. Okay, still it is coming as S. It is not. Okay, we don't have entries with another, like we have entries only for S. That's why it is. We don't have any entry with the H. That's why it is not returning anything, or else maybe we don't have any entry for this particular field in the MATDOC table. Let us see that also. Let us put the filter on this field. Characteristic 3 and see the values whatever we have. Okay, it doesn't have any value. That's why it is coming as blank in both the cases. But if you have something like underscore in between, you can play around with that. MATBF, we have something hyphen, but if you have, I think data is not available there in this particular client, that's why it is not returning. You can just try in your system, definitely it will work because I have used it for one of my purpose and it was working very well. This is about the table function. We can consume the table function in report. Let us see how we can consume the table function in report. So this is the report program we have already created. Let us see, like, since it is a static method, we can access it by using the class and by object also. If I just do control space, okay, I have get details. It is giving an one error, that is the method getDetails is defined as an implementation of a CDS table or scalar function and cannot be called directly from ABAP programs. This is a CDS table function and you cannot directly call from your ABAP programs. But here, if you observe for database procedures, which is AMDP, we are able to call it inside our report program as well. This is one of the difference. But if we are doing the table function and if we are not able to consume it here, how we can use the table function and what is the use? Maybe you can think we can use the table function as a CDS view. Like it is similar to the CDS view. You can just fetch the data from your CDS view, right? The same way you can fetch the data from your table functions by using the select and all. Or else you can just use that table function by doing an association. While doing the association to some other table, the same way you can do the association with the table function also. And here, like whenever you are consuming the CDS view, you will be defining the parameters value after the CDS view name. The same thing is applicable over here also. This is the way how you can consume your table function in the report by using the select query. When you have to go with the table function means similar to this kind, like when you have database specific functions available, or you have like complex logic which we have to do 3 to 4 serious use, but by using the table function you can just do it in a single method, or using the table function you can do it. Then it is better to go with the table function. And one more generic use is when we have data types are different, the same field it will be, we have the same field in two different tables, but in one table it is of different type, but in another table it is of different type and length. Then in that such cases we will be getting an error even when we are using with the for all entries also, if you have worked with for all entries. So by using the table function we can avoid that error. That type of things we can go with the table function. And if we have any like a cross schema tables available, like cross schema functions which are available from, we have some functions which are available from our different database, then we can go with the table function. So these are the advantages and when we have to go with the table function. Hope this video is useful to you. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel for more useful content. In our next video, we will be discussing about the client handling mechanism in the table function.